Hi guys, and welcome to episode 7 of the Gungeon, of course, in the Gungeon. First, I'd like to say thank you to everyone for the likes and subscribes. If you can continue to do that, that would make an old man very happy. And I know I keep saying that before every episode, but it would be wonderful. Anyway, today we're going to talk about a firearm here in a few minutes that I made an impulse buy, let's put it that way. I do that a lot. Here recently, I've probably made a lot of impulse buys, which I really don't need, which, you know, in episode 1, you actually saw my room and you saw part of what's in here. You didn't see everything, but you saw part of what's in here. So you know that I do have a collection of firearms, and this is what I like to do. You know, I like to collect for my own personal use, and I like to have fun with a few of them, but most of the stuff you saw in my room, I haven't even shot, guys. It's just, I just like it. It's cool. I love guns. I just think, you know, weapons and guns are just great. You know, I like them. Not for any bad uses, but because I'm just an enthusiast, like I'm sure a lot of you are. But this firearm, I went to an estate sale the other day with my wife, and they were selling some firearms. And they had this long table full on. So I started looking at, you know, the normal things that you see there, the 12 gauges, the 30-06s, 308, some pistols they had, you know, but I have all that already, so I really didn't need that. Most of the time now I look for things that I want to have fun with, you know, and I understand that, you know, a lot of people these days are on budgets, and it's hard to just buy a firearm because you want to have fun with it. Understandable, you know, today's society, it's kind of hard, you know, to be able to spend money just because you want to spend money on some guns. Although my wife yells at me a lot because I just make these impulse buys. But I like them, and this is what I want to do. So anyway, you know, I was looking at everything, and I saw this one firearm sitting at the corner at the edge of the table. So I, of course, me, as always, I walked to look at the wild-looking stuff. And I did. And I came across a firearm that looks like, when I go to show you here in a minute, it's going to look like something from Heckler & Koch. And that is the MP5. It's not a clone of it, but it's got some features that the MP5 does have. And it's made by German Sports Guns. They are actually an airsoft company in Germany. And it's actually chambered in 22 Lr, which is actually really neat. And it comes with a 22-round magazine, which here I'm going to open it up shortly and I'm going to show it to you. So here we go, guys. And this is her. This is the GSG 522 PK, chambered in 22 Lr. So first, I'd like to tell you that it's got fixed ambidextrous safety on both sides, as you can see, both sides of the gun. There's nothing in here, as you can see, guys. I don't have anything in it. Nothing's chambered. Safety first, always. I'd like to start off by here saying that the sights are somewhat good. They're okay. They're not perfect. I might change it and do something different. But you can adjust your sights, as you can see. I can adjust the rear sight. You also can adjust your front sight, and it's got a Picatinny rail for sights up top to put your own if you wanted to, which that's what I'll probably end up doing, guys. Anyway, it's got a 22-round mag. There it is right there. I'm not really happy with this mag because it's a polymer make, and it's just kind of, I don't know. I'm just not, they scratch easy. I want something more sturdy and more stronger. But anyway, you know, and it's a little bit hard to get into. And actually here, guys, is your mag release. So it's a little bit tricky to get it in. I've noticed when I've started to play with it. And like I said, I'm still learning about this gun. I don't know much about it yet. I'm doing a little bit of homework here and there. And seeing how, you know, what it's actually about. It's actually blued. And it's actually a blowback system, semi-automatic, and it's polymer made. Parts of it are. I mean, it just looks really neat, as you can see, and I'll show all sides of it. And let me see if I can get a closer view so maybe you can see some of the writing on the firearm. But overall, it was just neat looking. And I know that, you know, a lot of people start laughing about 22s, but gosh, guys, look at it. I mean, it really just looks cool. And it looks a little like an MP5, you know, and you can add certain things to the gun if you'd like. You know, there's bigger mag clips that you can come with. There's just different things that you can add to it. And like I said, different sights. You can add a foldable stock to it. It's just, You know, the grip, I'm not really happy about it, but, you know, it's not too bad. I don't plan to really use this that much. Like I said, this was an impulse buy, and I figured, hell, you know, I got it for a good price, and I just couldn't go wrong with it. And like I said, you know, used guns, there's nothing wrong with used guns whatsoever. And I think people get a little bit nervous about buying a used firearm. I don't, because, you know, most of the time when I buy my firearms, it's from a gun store, and they've been completely gone through. And plus, I go through them myself, and I check them out. And most of the places I do buy from do have a gunsmith in their building. So I take it to them, and I'll have them check it over to make sure before I even buy it that everything is fine. And it usually is. I never have had a problem yet. I do know that in a couple episodes ago, I showed you a Savage Stevens double barrel shotgun 16 gauge. I did buy that on an impulse buy, and you know, that does have some issues that I'm working with right now, and that, you know, some cleaning issues that I have to do, because God, it was put away for such a long time, and it's an old gun, and that's basically why I bought it. I didn't buy it to take it to the range every day and fire or go hunting with it. I bought it just because of, it was 1950s it was made, and it was number 2 off the line, so from Savage Stevens. So, you know, it's one of those things that I just bought just like this. It's, you know, I don't really need any of this, but it's just cool. And I think one of the reasons, like I said, I did buy it was because it looks somewhat like the MP5 from Heckler & Koch, H&K, if you want to shorten that up. And I do have a Strybog SPA1 that I had bought into, and that was another impulse buy of mine. And I buy, like I said, and I'm repeating myself, which, excuse me for that, but I buy just because I just want to. So anyway, I'm still learning a lot about this firearm, but like I said before, here's your safety and fire and safety, and it's ambidextrous, as I told you before. It's pretty easy to maneuver. You know, I've done a little reading, and they say it's kind of hard to maneuver, but it wasn't for me. You know, I haven't fired it yet, but I've kind of played with it just a little bit, and, you know, felt it. It weighs about, I think, 85 ounces. Let me check that just to be on this, just to be sure. I had my specs a little bit pulled up here, and I want to just to be sure about that. And let me put my glasses on, since I am an old guy, can't see some of the time. Yeah, like I said, the frame is polymer, which you can see, and you know, it's blued. And like I explained to you before, we have the adjustable optics. That's one of the things, and the frame mounted manual safety. I had told you that earlier too. So yeah, it weighs about almost 85 ounces is what it weighs. You know, the barrel length is 7.4, I think the barrel length was when I measured it. I haven't really measured the trigger pull on it yet, because like I said, I haven't even taken it to the range, and actually I've only had this for 3 days, so I haven't really done much with it. Basically taking it out right now, like I showed you, is the actual second time I've had this firearm even out of its case. Let's see what other kind of goodies that it came with. Of course, we have a little tool kit that it comes with, and I have another mag in here. I didn't even know that until now I'm looking at it. I actually have another magazine in here, and of course, you know, our normal little tools that come with it. And it also comes with a little cleaning utensil that, let me see if I can get it out though. You know, little cleaning utensil, which, you know, I don't really need that because I have that in my cleaning kits that I have. Let me get it back in here. And you can see it came in this nice case, and looks like that, so I can show it all to you to see how actually I received the firearm. Let me see if there's anything else, because like I said, oh, wait a minute, guys, we're getting lucky here. I actually have some paperwork with this, and I did not even know that. Huh. There's a lot of little goodies in the back here that they had put in here for me. Oh, wow. It's got the locking system, which I didn't think it did. It actually has the manual, as you can see. I didn't even know that it had that. Actually, I just thought I was buying the firearm, because basically that was all that was on the table. And then when I came back to actually buy it is when he handed me the case, and he just opened it up, and I saw the firearm in there, and I said, oh, well, this is good. I'll take it. Comes with a lock too, and I guess you get to save There's a coupon in here. I don't know why, but there was a coupon for something in here. I don't know what the coupon is exactly for. It doesn't tell me. Could be on... Oh, it's on their airsoft stuff that they came out with. But anyway, let me put all this back in here. I don't really need to have it all here right this second. But anyway, so yeah, again, back to the firearm. I'm still learning about it, and I'll talk about it again. I just wanted to show you what my new impulse buy was for the week. I actually bought something else too 2 days later, and my wife wasn't very happy with that one either. But guys, when you have a deal and you see a deal, you can't pass the deal up. That's just me. It's hard for me to pass these deals up when I get them, and I come across deals all the time. I run across people every day talking to me about, firearms, and the kind of job I have, I'm able to talk to people about different firearms, because I deliver, and I can't tell you the company I work for, but I do deliveries, and I talk to a lot of people and see a lot of different things. And, I talk to a lot of people who have firearms where, they ask me, well, what can I do with them? I really don't want them. And if it's something interesting or something cool, a lot of times I'll buy it, because it's part of my collection. And this is why I bought this, because it added a little interesting piece to my collection that is really cool. And there's one that I really, really want that I'm working towards getting. It's going to take a little bit, maybe not a lot of people like it, but I think it's a cool gun. And that is the Benelli M4, guys. That is the firearm I'm looking to buy within this next year. Why I want it? I think it's because of the John Wick movies. I don't know. For some reason, it just did something to me, and I want that firearm. And you can add so many things to it that I just want to have that. But anyway, getting back to what I was talking about, I buy just because I want to, and not, like I said before, everybody can buy because they just want to. They buy because they need to. And, I agree with that. You do need to. Today's society is so bad that we need to have at least home defense for our kids and safety and our safeties, And it's a shame that it's like it is, but this is the way it is, and this is the way it's going to be. There's nothing we can do to change anything. It's just this is what we've come to. As you've seen in the prior videos, that what I've talked about before. And like I told you before, I won't always get into firearms. It'll be about different things too. And I know I might be jumping around a little bit to different little things that I'm talking about, but, it's really not all about a firearm. It's about safety. It's about, how to have firearms around children, and how to put them in a safe place, and so we can't have any more problems like we've had recently with children getting shot and killed from grabbing a firearm because they're curious. So, I don't want to get too deep into that, because that'll be another video that I'll do on safety around children and teens and everything like that. But guys, this is a hobby for me. It's something that I enjoy. I like firearms, like I just said. I like knives, which I have plenty of those too. It's just the different firearm makes, the different makers. It's very interesting of every year, especially when you see what news coming out. For 2024, there's a few firearms that I've seen already that look really, really cool. Taurus is coming out with a different kind of judge now, where it's a lot bigger. And it looked pretty cool to me, but hell, it's something again that I really don't need, but something that I might see and pick up and might just like it. I don't know. But getting back to what I was saying before, I buy these because I want them, not because I need them. The needs are done already, and the needs need to be done first, and then later on, if you can play a little bit and have a little fun, then you grab something like this. And basically, this is just a great plinking gun, and this is probably all I'll use it for. Is I might fire it once or twice and maybe run 100 rounds through it, and then it'll get either put away inside of one of my safes, or it'll get put away in my cabinet or in the glass cabinet, or it'll be displayed on a wall somewhere. I don't know. I'm kind of running out of room in here for displaying firearms, because I've got a lot hanging up, and hell, I might have to change rooms pretty soon here in the house, or I might have to take up another area of the house because it's getting big over here. But you know, like I'd said before, and I touched before on used guns, there's nothing wrong with them. You know, if you're on a fixed income or you're on a budget, nothing wrong with a used gun. You know, and nothing wrong. You know, people complain about High Point. There's one right there. People complain about Kel-Tec. You know, I have one of those. There are certain makes that I will not buy because I've just had some problems with them in the past. But, you know, for the most part, I haven't had many issues with anything that I bought in here recently or in the past few years, or, you know, how long I've been, buying firearms for. But, you know, I'll be buying more. And, you know, I also, which is funny, at the same day I bought this, they also had something else there that was pretty funny. And let me get it for you for a minute. Guys, it is the Maduro Uzi. This thing I bought too the same day I bought in that. Matter of fact, in the same room. But this one I bought just for a joke, actually. And I took it here, and it was just really, really cool looking. And when I started to fire it, I was actually shooting my cats with it, but playing around because they were chasing the stuff. But this thing is actually pretty cool. Look. Oh, hell, I'm out of ammo. I can't do anything now. Jeez. How easy it is to eject. Oh, well, look at that. It's pretty actually easy to eject. So, this was another impulse buy, guys. Actually, I got it for a really, really good price, and that was one of the reasons that I bought it. And the funny part about it is I checked it when I came home just to see how much it was, because I know what I paid for it, which was, can't go wrong with $5. But anyway, this gun is selling on Amazon for almost $70. Yeah, I didn't have any of these great little nerfy little rounds, but I ended up buying that. It only cost me $6 for what you see on the floor that I just shot, which you probably can't see down anyway, but what I shot at the screen and at you. And for the rest of these here, I think it was like 64 of them or 65, and I paid like $6 or $7. But anyway, this was just one of those impulse buys. And as you see, it has sights on it too, which was really, really wild. But, you know, I had to do it because, I don't know, I'm just that kind of person that if it's something I want, I'm going to buy it. And, you know, that's me, guys. That's the way I am. And, you know, I don't know much more I can say about this. I'm going to learn more about it, and I'll tell you more about it. And like I said, I went through some of the stuff on it already and kind of explained it all to you. But overall, I mean, it's not bad at all. And like I was looking at, you know, let me look at some things here. Oh, a rifling twist is 1 to 16 inches. Kind of weird, but anyway. Sight radius isn't bad. It's like 10.2, I think. Let me see. Yeah, 10.2. Barrel length is almost 7.6. So it's not bad at all, you know. It's a neat little firearm, so that's why I purchased it. But I guess that's all for today, guys. Thanks for liking and subscribing. If you can continue to do that, like I said before in the beginning, to help an old guy out, that would be great. And tune into A Guy's View on another YouTube channel. And like I said in the last episode, you might recognize a young man that's on there. Might look kind of familiar. And if you do, hey, throw it in my comments. Tell me what you think. But I will give you a little hint on something. One of those two boys are my sons. So, see if you can throw it in the comment and tell me which one it is. Either the one sitting, if it's in front of you, to the left, or the one to the right. But you will see one of them here, I would say, in the next couple of weeks, where we're going to have a little talk about a firearm that he has. And we're going to do some discussing about it. And we fired it before at the range a bunch of times, actually. And just kind of heavy, though, you know. Just like this, kind of heavy. But for fun, hey, nothing wrong with that at all. Until next time, guys, peace out. Thank you.